Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening once again to ST7 TV. We welcome all of you once again. My name is Stephen Kurante and I welcome all of you today. Last time we were talking about something we call Seguro Desemprego in Brazil. And we made mention of so many things, and then I told you that I'll be giving you the rest of the information on the next video. Today we are here again to explain to you the rest of the information so that you know what we call Seguro Desemprego in Brazil, how to get it, what's your right, who has the right, and how much you will receive in case you fall into that situation. Please, before you go on, please subscribe, like, and share the video so that each and every one of you who can also meet the video can also do what help us grow the channel. Thank you, and we say may God richly bless you. Today we are going to talk about Seguro Desemprego again, and then we are going to talk about the amount of money that you receive, who has the right, and also how many months are you going to receive this money and how much you will receive. The point is that there are groups of people who normally, let's say, go in for this amount of money, but they don't know how much to calculate it, or they don't know what to do to receive the money, or also they don't know when and how or what to do to get the money. Here is the point. For example, I've been working in a company for, let's say, 2 years. For 2 years, I've been working in a company. The point is, I worked in the company from day 1 to 12 months. Day 1 to 12 months, I have the right of receiving an amount of money. And this money falls, let's say here in Brazil this year or 2022, we have a minimum salary of 1,212 reais. So the money will fall from 1,212 reais to 1,805, which is an amount of money that is between this line. This amount of 1,200 and something to 1,800 and something, when you fall within this line, let's say you receive 1,500 as your salary, you are going to receive 80% of this amount that you are being received as your that you receive in your salary as your salary. For example, I'm receiving 1,600 as my salary in the company and have worked in the company for, let's say, first 12 months. Let's say first 23 months, or let's say from 24 months and above, let's say 2 years, 1.5 year, or maybe 1 year. So far as I fall into this group, the money that they will give me when they do the calculation, it will be an 80% of the money that I'm receiving or the salary I receive. So let's say I'm receiving, let's say 1,500 or 1,600. You calculate 80% of this amount. That's the money they'll give you. The second group will be those people who receive an amount of, let's say, 1,805 to 3,001. 3,001. There are some coins on it, but let's forget about the coins. This is where the difficulty is, where the calculation becomes a little bit complicated. The point here is that those people in the second group, they are going to receive an amount of a fixed value of 1,486.53 cents. 1,486.53 cents. This is a fixed value that the government has given, then plus 50% of the remaining amount on top of the 1,486 that makes it to the value that you receive. Let me explain this point. This place, even the citizens, is very difficult for them to understand this point. This is how they do the calculation. Let's say you receive 2,500 as your salary, or you receive 2,200 as your salary. With this salary, you fall into the second group. So the government says you are going to receive a fixed amount of 1,486.53. Then when you discount this 1,486 out of the 2,200, for example, you receive 1,500. So 1,500 as a fixed or round figure. Then you receive 2,200, yes. But the fixed value that the government is giving is 1,500. So the here is remaining with what? 700 reais. This 700 reais, the government says you are going to receive 50% of this value in addition to the 1,486. I don't know whether you are getting the point. Let me repeat. You fall into the second group. The government has a fixed value or amount that is being paid for the second group. That is 1,400 and something, depending on what, let's say, the economy, the year, let's say any year at all. Fine. Now, when you discount this 1,486 out of the 2,200 that you are receiving as your salary, it could be maybe 2,500, could be 2,300, could be 2,000, could be let's say 1,800, 3,000, 2,900, depending on the value or the amount of money that you are receiving at the end of the month. So now, to make things easier for us, you are receiving 2,200 as your salary. Now you are going to discount 1,500 out of it, or 1,486, which is the value or the amount. We are making it 1,500 as round figure, so that makes the calculation a little bit easier for us. So this is the situation. You are having 1,500 as a round figure the government is going to pay for you, the second group. Now, from 1,500 to 2,200, you have a balance of 700 reais remaining. Now, this 700 reais, the government say you are going to receive another or additional 50% of this value in addition to the 1,500 that you have. So the point here is that you are having an amount of what? 1,500 plus 350 reais, so it will be 1,850 reais for you. This is where, or this is how, or how much you are going to get for the second group. Okay, let's go to the third group. The third group counts from people who receive from 3,100 and above. 3,100 and above. 3,100 and above. It could be 3,200, 5,000, 10,000, or any amount. These people, they don't have any calculation at all. For them, the government has a fixed value for them, which is 2,106.8 centavos or 8 pesos. 2,110, 2,106, 2,106.8 pesos. They don't have any calculation at all to do. For them, their value is fixed value. The amount is fixed. Now, let's come here again to the top. The point is that you are receiving your first group, you have an amount of, let's say, 1,000, 2,000, 1,212 to 1,800 plus. So you are receiving 80%. Now, you worked in the company for, let's say, 12 months. You worked in the company for 12 months. It means this 12 months, you are going to receive an amount. 12 months, you receive for 3 months this amount, this 80%. You are going to receive for 3 months. Let's say you are in the first group, which is the 80% group, and you worked for, let's say, from 12 months to maybe 18 months, 23 months, 15 months, and so forth and so on. This group, you are going to receive 4 months salary of this amount of 80% that the government has calculated for you. Now, when you fall between 24 months or 2 years and above, it means you are going to receive 5 months salary of the amount of money that you have calculated now. Now let's go to the third one. Those people who worked from 24 months and above to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, they are going to receive an amount of 5 months 5 months of payment of their value, depending on the amount of money that they receive. It could be maybe you are in the third group of maybe this 2,100 and something group, but you worked for only 12 months. You're going to receive only 3 months. It could be that you are in the lower class, which is the 80% of the amount, which is the lower class, and then you worked for 24 months and above. You are going to receive 5 months. If you fall into the group of maybe the second group of the 50% plus the 1,486, it means, and you work for only 12 months, you are going to receive only 3 months. If you fall into the 18 months and above, or maybe 24 months, then it means you are going to receive for 4 months. When you fall within the 24 months and above, or 2 years, 3 years and above going, you are going to receive 5 months. So this is how it goes, and this is how they do the calculation. So let's see the benefit that you get. It means after receiving all the money that you have to receive from the company, we call the rescisão, we call the férias, we call the aviso prévio, we call 13º, PRL, and all those things that you've received from the company. The government has also received your FGTS for you with your 40%, and then you have also received. Now, this is the third money that you receive, the seguro-desemprego, and also the amount of money that you have to receive, and then how many months that you receive. So let's say you worked for the company for 4 years, and your salary was, let's say, 4,000 reais. This 4,000 reais, it means you don't have any calculation at all to do. When you go to where they do this process, or this registration of this government benefit, is the seguro-desemprego or unemployment benefit. You just go there, you give them your documents, they enter into the system, then they check the last 3 months of your salary. For example, those people who have the higher value, this is what they do. You fall under the group, or you fall in the group of 3,000 and above, they will take your last 3 months salary. Your last 3 months salary. Well, let's say you were receiving maybe 3,500 reais for the last 3 months. Then 3,500 for the last 3 months. Then you were what? You were sacked. When you go there, they will take your pay slip. Then they will calculate the 3 months that you were sacked, the last 3 months. So the last 3 months will be, let's say, 10,005. Let's say 10,000 and something. So this 10,500 is there. For you, you have passed the group that they have to do calculation. So your fixed number will be 2,001.06. So you don't have to do any calculation at all. So this is how it goes. This is how the seguro-desemprego goes, and this is how they do their calculation. Today, this is where we end, and then we thank you once again for helping us grow the channel. And please, with much humility, subscribe to the channel, like and share, and also follow us always, so that whenever we get any information we can bring to you, then you also know what is going on in Brazil. My name is Stephen Quarantine, once again, as I said, all the way from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And I say we thank you, and may God richly bless you. Thank you. Please subscribe to the channel ST7 TV, like and share, so that we can also bring you more updates, more informations from Brazil, Sao Paulo, and also beyond. In case of any information, we bring to you from ST7 TV, so that you also know what is going on. Thank you once again, and we say may God bless you.